for joining me today or tonight or in the afternoon. Me reading something I wrote a couple months back for college, and that is my John Wick essay I did for one of my English classes. I wrote this because for our last final assignment, we could write whatever we wanted, and I chose to write about one of my favorite movies, and that is John Wick 1. I also really like the fourth one, but we're going to talk about just one. That's what I wrote about, and I wanted to share with you guys. Now, I will admit, I literally do not remember what I wrote. Honestly, I don't know. It's like blank. All I remember that I was stressing out writing this essay, and that I had an A. I got an A, y'all. That's all that really matters. So I have it, my essay right here on my iPad, and we're gonna see how this goes. Now, all I want you to do is to fall asleep, sit down, lay down, relax, close your eyes, and listen to my voice while I read my maybe cringe-worthy essay. I don't know. And yeah, alright. And we cannot forget our reading glasses, you guys. Very important. And we will start reading. Made in December 4th, 2024. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of when I ended my class semester. That's pretty crazy. Alright. Essay 3, The Art of Action and Emotion. A review of John Wick. Directed by Chad Stahelski and written by Derek Kolstad. John Wick is a neo-noir action thriller that redefines its genre by blending high-stakes combat with an emotional, resonant narrative. Known for its stylized choreography, the film transcends the typical boundary of action cinema, delivering a deeply personal story of grief, love, and vengeance. With a striking use of color and cinematography, John Wick crafts a visual and emotional experience that linger with viewers long after the credits roll. This essay argues that John Wick is not merely a visual, stunning action movie, but also an intimate exploration of grief and the longing for connection. By weaving emotional depth into a genre-defining action sequence and using color as a storytelling tool, John Wick stands out as a film everyone should experience. One of John Wick's greatest achievements is its emotional depth. While the film boasts relentless action sequences, never loses sight of John's vulnerability. The puppy symbolizes Helen's enduring love and John's hope for healing. When Daisy is taken from him, it's not merely an act of cruelty. It's a reminder of all that he lost. Keanu Reeves delivers a painful performance, embodying both John's stoic demeanor and his undying anguish. Throughout the film, there is numerous instances that showcase how the use of color enhances its emotional impact in the movie, like how in the opening scenes, the palette is cold and muted, dominated by gray and washed out blues, reflecting John's desolation. However, when he recalls moments with Helen, the screen bursts into vibrant yellows and oranges, symbolizing warmth, happiness, and life. This contrast emphasizes how profoundly John memories of his wife differs from present reality, adding depth to the film's emotional core. Another example of the film's use of color for emotional impact is the recurring presence of black, symbolizing grief, danger, or impending violence. This is evident in the key moments such as when John wears black at his wife's funeral, reflecting his mourning and loneliness. Later, John wears an all-black suit he sends out for revenge, signaling his transformation into a deadly force. The use of black foreshadowing danger highlights the presence of threatening individuals, adding to the tension and atmosphere of the film. While John Wick excels in its emotional storytelling, it also built on a long tradition of action films that captivated audiences for decades. John Wick also stands out as a cultural milestone. It renewed the action genre in an era when many films relied heavily on CGI over practical effects. Its success spawned a franchise that continues to explore themes of loyalty, justice, and identity. Additionally, it has influenced countless filmmakers and action sequences in subsequent films and video games, particularly with its emphasis on precision and realism. This emotional depth is complemented by the film's aesthetic, which combines stylized choreography, atmosphere, lighting, and symbolizing use of color to enrich the narrative. We're taken off for gritty realism and straightforward action. John Wick presents its violence as a form of art with meticulously choreographed fight sequences that resembles a deadly dance. This blend of vulnerability and visual elegance not only set John Wick apart from Taken, but also elevates it within the action genre as a whole. While both films are celebrated for their intense action and compelling protagonists, John Wick offers a richer exploration of emotional and artistry, making it stand out in a genre often dominated by adrenaline and spectacles. John Wick is far more than an action movie. It is a cinematic exploration of grief, love, and resilience, with the groundbreaking fight, choreography, and emotional charges, narrative, and visually stunning of a color. Wow, this essay highly recommends that John Wick is a must-watch film, not just for fans of action, but for anyone who appreciates storytelling that balance spectacle with heart by combining versatile thrill with touching themes. It invites viewers to consider the depth of genre often dismissed as superficial for the reason John Wick deserves its place as a modern classic. Alright, that was the essay. Honestly, it's not as bad as I initially thought. You know what? This deserved the damn A. I don't know what else to write other than what else to say. Honestly, I love John Wick. I highly recommend watching it if you aren't asleep already by my rambling, you know. Let's see what else. I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. Watch John Wick, go to sleep, and I hope you liked my essay. Please comment below what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a lovely, lovely night. Bye.